Free social media automation. If that's what you came here for, that is what you're going to get. I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to talk about this GitHub repo, which I've been developing for the last 4 months. If you just want to get straight in, straight out, get the free social media automation, then just take this link, okay? I'm going to put it in the description. You can click on it right from the description. You can go to the GitHub repo. All of the Python code is there for free. You can ignore the rest of this video. Unless you want to stick around, what I'm going to do in this video, however, is I'm just going to talk a little bit about the motivation, how to use this solution, and just give a quick demo of it. And, show you how to use it. Serve as a bit of documentation and a bit of a how-to. Okay, so number one, I just want to do a quick call out to my friend, Sam Ed Inventory, who starred this repo on GitHub just in the last week. I think I just discovered it yesterday. I was absolutely chuffed. I've been working on this project for a number of months and keeping it quiet. I'm just going to click on it here. Just show you what did I want to show you? I wanted to show you actually just my profile first of all, and just give you an idea of when I started to work on this. I started to work on it, I think, in January this year. I wanted to conceive of social media automation to just automate some of my social activities on Twitter, on YouTube, Medium. I love these different platforms, but at the same time, I'm a procrastinator. There were a few things that were preventing me from posting on a regular basis. So I wanted to develop my own solution. So I think around January, 1st of January 2025, I started working on this Python code. I'd say about maybe at a certain stage, I was in Ithaca, New York. And it was in Ithaca, New York, I decided to sort of change. I was committing this Python code to my old repo, to my mechanized repo. Mechanized is sort of my .com. I own mechanized.com. I had plans for it. It was going to be an algo trading platform. Then it was going to be machine learning. It was going to be AI. I put a lot of Python code into mechanized AI, but I decided just to make a new repo, ContentAI, for this social media automation that I'm doing. It's searchable. People are going to be able to find it. There's going to be a README page, and people are going to be able to search this up. I don't know if I'm going to make a .com for it or go further. Why can I not scroll down further? Who knows? Maybe it's got something to do with sharing my screen. The scroll is not working. But ultimately, let me show you just how this works. Okay, so this is based on, it is connected to Notion. One of the things about this program is, I'm just going to show you this Notion page. It uses Notion as a front end. Okay, this is a little similar to Notion Social. This is a Google thing. Okay, I've not used Notion Social as U2 automation platform, but I got a feeling it's sort of similar in concept. Okay, a few of the ones that I have used are I've used Hype Fury, okay, and I've used SEO writing for writing blogs, and so forth. I've not used Notion Social, but I think it might be the same sort of thing. Okay, so what do we got here? We got just a little page. Okay, I've tried to cut this down just a little bit. It's the idea is that each day I just make a new page inside my Notion. Okay, and you can see I've been using this myself. Okay, every day I come in, I make a page. For example, not bad, on 505. This is the page I made. The idea is that I start off with a blank page each day. Okay, it's quite simple, and I can type in my tweets. Okay. So let me just sort of do that. I created this tweet here. Actually, that's today. I'm going to go back. I'm just going to go to 2000. I created this tweet. Maybe it'd be nice if I think about it. It'd just be nice to do this real time. But I typed up this tweet. And what I can do is I can add different tweets right in here. So I could sort of go, good morning, Twitter. And I could have this tweet, and then I could have good night, Twitter. But the way things are configured is it's going to, what's going to happen then is that the Python program, when I run it, it is going to connect to Notion, download these tweets, and then tweet them out to Twitter right away. Okay. So, what's the main benefit of this? What is the main benefit of this? What I find, okay, there's a couple big benefits. Benefit number one, when I'm creating my postings, I am logging on to a blank sheet of paper. I'm logging on to Notion. One of the problems with going to the Twitter GUI and doing your tweeting from there that Hype Fury so correctly identified is that the first thing you do is you start reading tweets, right? There's videos on Twitter. There's crap on Twitter. If you go to Twitter, the first thing you're going to do is you're just instantly going to see, well, what are other people tweeting? What's in my feed, right? We're following thousands of people. These people are prettier than me. They got nicer cars. They're 10 times as rich. You go on Twitter, you go on any of these social medias, and the problem is that these tools are addictive. So absolute game changer for me is to have a blank sheet of paper. I log on to Notion, okay? I just type in this date at the top, or I duplicate yesterday's page, and then I've just got a clear slate, a clear mind. So that's benefit number one. Benefit number two is I just find that when I type in a tweet, sometimes I just want to think about it a little bit, right? I might run this later in the day, right? And I want to just let it digest. I like to type it, and then I like to sort of check it, right? I might like to not have these tweets. These are no good. I don't want to say just good night, good morning, 2-second tweet. I actually typed in this tweet after. I typed in this tweet, and then changed it a few times, and then thought about it, and then just made sure I had my cache tags right, and so forth. So ultimately, so this can, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to demo this part of the tool to you today, right? I've typed in this tweet, and I'm going to run it and tweet this straight to Twitter. Now, one thing you might wonder is, well, there's other programs that can do this, right? There's Hype Fury, right? There is, but the nice thing about this, and why would you? This is free. You can use the free account of Notion, and you can use the Python code that I've given you, right? So I wrote this myself. I don't have to pay a monthly charge to do this. And I get to tweak the code and make it do what I want. Okay. There's actually different outputs, right? I'm not going to demo these on this call, but this can also create my blog posts. It can create Medium posts, and it can upload to YouTube. Actually, it's sort of funny. One of the main reasons that I started this is that I wanted, when the year turned over, I wanted to start uploading to YouTube more, right? And what I find is I love to record the video. I love to click record, and I love to speak into the microphone, have that little light on there, and start sharing my thoughts and start sharing, what I'm thinking about. But what I hate doing is I hate editing the videos. I don't want to have to click upload manually. I don't want to have to go on there, fiddle with the thumbnail. I don't have to do all these things. So actually, what this program can do is it can, once you've recorded a video, right, you type in the link to the video in here, right? You put the link in here, and it will take care of the uploading. I'm going to demo this feature at a different time, okay? I'm just going to share there's a lot. There's actually, when you think about it, I've worked on this for 4 months. And when we think of the different types of sort of inputs and outputs I've developed, which have all been a bit discombobulating, there's a lot to go through. But I think that for this demo, I just want to focus on this one feature. I'm going to demo this one feature. I'm going to share the link with you, and I'm going to leave it at that. I think I'm just going to try and touch on one special feature and just mention it before I go today, and that's the YouTube transcript feature. And that's a bit of the AI, and I'm trying to think of how best I can demo this. But what this does is that if you have a YouTube video, okay, I'm just going to go back in time here. Actually, I'm going to take a look at a previous post where I uploaded it, where I had a YouTube video in the download. Just one more. Probably should have been ready on this. Okay, YouTube download. So there's this YouTube video. I've put it here into the YouTube download section, right? And this is also very common. It's very common that I get up in the morning and sometimes I'll watch a YouTube video and there'll just be a lot of great points in there and someone will say something and I'm like, that would be a great tweet. That point I want to tweet, okay? So I don't know what this, so one of the things this program will do is it will download the YouTube transcript. It will pass it through to AI and have AI go through the transcript, extract the relevant tweets, and then upload them back to Notion, okay? So actually, if I go through my Notion pages and I go to Twitter, you can see that I've got a database in here of tweets, and this is going to be a powerful feature, right? If I think of ContentAI, this is where the rubber is going to meet the road. You're going to be able to type in, this is what, Hype Fury doesn't do this for you. Hype Fury allows you to make a big list of tweets. It allows you to upload tweets by CSV. It allows you to hunt around and find. It's just very manual. It's just another thing to do manually. But ContentAI is going to be fully automated. If you listen to a YouTube video that you like, you're going to be able to pop in the link. ContentAI is going to extract all of the best tweets for you, put them in this list, and then it allows you to schedule at a time of your choosing. You can schedule these tweets, or you can set the scheduler to tweet something from this list at random. So what I see happening here is I can type in my favorite tweet of the day, or I can build up a database of great tweets and schedule them at set times or at random times. So that's what's going on. That is what's going on with ContentAI. And this person that searched for my GitHub repo, I don't know what they were interested in. All the different connections that I have, or the connections I have to the AI tools. Let me just show you the code here a little bit. I thought about showing my Python. Am I going to show the Python code? I'm going to show the Python code. So just to give you a glance at the Python code, so you sort of know this exists, but you just go on to GitHub, you can download the repo. You can see that in the AI section, we've got connections to all of the different AI programs, Claude, DALL-E, Gemini, OpenAI, okay, Perplexity. These AIs are going to be taking a look at the content that you download, articles, web pages, YouTube videos. Then they process it into the content, and then they upload it to the sources. The sources are going to be things I mentioned already. Medium, okay? They're going to be Twitter. They're going to be YouTube, right? And they're going to be WordPress, right? One of the things I wanted this program to do was, automate my blog, right? If I think of jasonrathgaber.com, I've had this blog page, and for years it sat there. I personally don't like to sit around writing blogs, but I often have ideas for things I would like on my blog, right? It's just often that I come up, I wake up in the morning, or I'm walking down the street, or I'm on my phone, and I think that would be a great idea for a blog. Well, what I can do now is I can just go to my daily page, and I can type in, if I get an idea for a blog, how to automate social media posting. I can type in the title, okay? And then the idea is I'm going to be able to type in extra details. Use ContentAI, use Notion, and basically AI is going to write this blog for me and upload it to my page. It's something I want to talk about on future videos. If what I've found is that the tweets that AI has helped me generate by taking real content and just turning it into tweets, been an absolute game changer. Those tweets are absolute cracking. What I find is that trying to get AI to write a Medium article, we need to do, this needs tuning up. We need better prompts. We need some more work on it. There's a lot of work to do on these different aspects. Listen, folks, I think I've rambled on for a bit. I consider this to be the first take, but maybe it will just be it, right? I've never tried to record the same video twice. I'm trying to get over this procrastination hump of having ideas for videos, recording videos, not uploading them, okay? But I've created this tool to overcome my own weaknesses. And I just think that there's some other people are going to be out there with the same problem, right? And who might want to make use of the same program. So it's totally free. It's on my GitHub. Not only do you get to use it for free, but you can have all the source code. You can change it. You can do whatever you want. I would think that it's May right now. I am toying with the idea of tuning this all up, right? Making it work well with Notion as the front end. And then as a phase 2, coming up with a paid front end on Vercel, create a project just by prompting, and possibly have that as maybe as the paid version. But, that's a long way off, right? I'm working full time, and it's going to be challenging for me to do that. So, okay, last 2 minutes of this demo. I hope this is of interest to you. I hope it makes sense. It sure as heck might not, but there's going to be more videos. I'm going to try and go through this again. And, it's the type of thing you see on YouTube. People just going through the same thing again and again and again. And, just getting the repetition going. I think there's a lot of time to get the word out about this project, as I work on it. So let's just take a look at my Twitter here. This is 100% real time. You can see the last thing I did was 7 hours ago. I wrote the program. 7 hours ago, I tweeted manually. Okay. I typed in this tweet manually to thank the person for liking my GitHub repo. But now it's time we're done with that. Even just tweeting manually one time, I found it a bit of a problem. The link didn't work, and there's the such and such. Let's run this, and we're just going to let it go. Let's let it watch the code. So the idea is to follow the instructions in the GitHub repo, README, to install the program. There's going to be instructions in there to do the config. You can see that the program has connected to Notion. It's downloaded the content. It has identified here in Twitter that it's extracted the text from Notion. Okay. And then it's created the tweet, and it says it's tweeting. The program is tweeting that for me. Let's take a look at it. Do I have to refresh this? There's my tweet. 7 impressions already. 7 people are sitting there scrolling on their phones, just waiting for my tweets to pop into their feed. I'm absolutely pumped about that. I'm pumped about that. Folks, that is free social media automation. Download it from GitHub, clone the repo, give me a star on GitHub if this was of any interest to you. And otherwise, I will see you in the next one.